Blite Nation.
And Vito and Liz coming at you with the wheel once again.
And here we spin.
Are you ready, Ian?
Spin
that wheel.
Okay. Katt Williams, Willie D. I don't know what that is, but that's who it is.
Excuse me.
We're not doing it. We'll do it, but we're not doing a whole hour.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do what? 10 minutes?
Hopefully get through 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, here we go.
I say 10 minutes.
Wait.
Part
you
one.
know.
Wait, is this?
I was like,
Part
if-
one,
I clicked the
yeah.
right one?
It figures it's an hour long one.
Katt Williams goes in again, clears. Okay.
You jinxed it. You jinxed
I
it.
did.
Guess I'm
All
not
right.
the only one, right?
I guess.
Uh-huh.
So, guys, we will. Because it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over here. I'm the one who has to drive home. So,
Yep.
we'll probably do like 15.
10, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, 10,
See,
15.
depending where we're at, depending on the segment.
We don't
when he's
want
talking
him
about-
to be like Sleepy Joe and falling asleep on the
Jesus.
wheel.
No.
So-
Jesus Christ. Anywho, are we ready?
I think so.
Katt Williams goes in again, clears there after breaking the internet, the Willie D interview. Let's do it.
Ian, hit that play button. Let's get this rolling.
Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, Katt Williams.
How are you, sir?
Oh, man, one more hop, I'll be on top. How
Prepare
about
for
you?
your hop. Doing
Yeah.
great. Doing great.
Yeah, you're doing great, man. Cleveland, Ohio.
Dayton,
that-
Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Where you, my bad. You were born in Cincinnati.
Yep, I was
and
born
then
in
you were
Cincinnati.
raised in Dayton.
And raised in Dayton, correct.
Man,
yeah.
you know, we had a show in Dayton once, and it almost like provoked a full blown riot. You know, in Dayton, they had these cops with these big old 10-gallon hats,
They did.
big old white cornbread fed dudes, and they were telling us, y'all gonna either pay for all of this equipment that y'all destroyed on the stage. We destroyed, allegedly,
Allegedly.
band equipment that
Yeah.
belonged to After 7 and Troop.
Oh, my.
We were on the same
Got
ticket
it. Yeah.
as After 7 and Troop. We
Yeah.
destroyed their equipment,
Allegedly.
and they told us, y'all gonna pay for this stuff or y'all going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And so we basically just did the show for free because we gave all that money back. But Dayton that's will forever be like embedded in my memory, Dayton, Ohio, for that reason. But
I'm sorry
what
that
do
you had
you
a bad
remember?
memory.
But what are some good memories that you have from Dayton?
Part of what you remember is a part of Dayton. So Dayton was one of the rare cities in America that was legitimately half black and half white. So there was power on both ends. I came from a very powerful family in Dayton just because of our sheer numbers. So there were 13 on my father's side and 7 on my mother's side. So I had like 100 first cousins in one city. Like, we just had a large family, and it was a great place for black people, and it was a great place for white people. It's just that you really couldn't be legitimately racist because your neighbors were of another color, if that makes sense. So,
What's the power dynamic? Was it mostly white people running it or black people?
well, that's the dynamic of America at that particular time. One of my uncles was the chief of police. Another was the head pastor in town, and had some cocaine dealing uncles as well. So we were really rooted in the city, but it was a city of money. So we had Cooper tires, we had Dayton tires, we had IBM, we had NCR, we had Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, we had University of Dayton. These are all places where you can make six figures even at that time. So it was a lot of money there. As far as on the radio, we would hear every hour 5 or 6 artists that were from where we were from. So we thought that was a part of it. We hearing the Ohio players, and Roger Troutman in Zapp's studio is our bus stop when we're 7 years old. Like, so I met Prince while I was in Dayton when I'm 12. Like, it was a very vibrant community for black people.
So you saw a lot of the street stuff. How did you end up? First of all, did you end up doing any of the street stuff, participating in any of that street activity? You mentioned your uncles selling drugs and all of that.
Well, I leave Dayton, Ohio, right before I'm 13. So I'm still at a young age. I'm just having heightened experiences because of my childhood and my background. So, like, I've always had money, but I don't come from money. So I was able to cut grass in the summer, and I was able to shovel snow in the winter. That's what I was allowed.
Nickelodeon was kid everything, but that marked one of the darkest chapters. These are 3 predators.
Yeah, that was insane.
Fuck y'all people who let that shit happen.
Yeah, that was
But
crazy.
consequently, even as a kid, I'm making like $6,000-$7,000 a year.
Damn.
And this is
At 12 years old?
before that, at 10.
Damn.
At 10.
Busting your ass and working.
For real.
Just because that's what I was allowed to do. And I'm a hustler by nature. Like, if I get a hold of a lick, I want to see how many times it flips, not if it flips. You know what I mean? So once I'm gone from there, I'm trying my hand at other things, door to door, and I had already made $1 million before I was 18, doing door to door across the country. So I had already tested out what were the positive things about me and how I could use that to my advantage economically from an early age.
Is it true that you emancipated yourself from your parents at 13? Because I read that somewhere.
Well,
I think it was Wikipedia said something like that.
I wouldn't shame the family. What I would say is that it can't be called run away because I didn't run away. I left, but I don't tell that part of the story just because there's a 0 chance that if a young person listens to me and follows my example on that they'll be okay. But
I see what
I
you're
knew
saying.
I would be. But, I was a little off. Like, I knew Jesus left home at 13. So I didn't feel like I was out of pocket in any way.
I see what you're saying. He
Are you
doesn't.
saying that
He doesn't want like another kid to do what he
What he's
did
doing, yeah.
because what are the odds that
He's not trying to glorify his path.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He walked his path. His path was his path, but he's not
Trying. Yeah.
advertising it for anybody else to
I
follow.
respect that.
Exactly. That's much respect.
at 13 years old, you was cognizant of the story of Jesus leaving home at 13 years old?
I had been accepted to college before I was 12, so I was already a little bit more advanced than your average child. I had probably read 10,000 books at that period in my life. So I was blessed in that way. But as you know, you can't really just live on that. So God navigated where I was able to see the underworld, if you will. So I go from my parents' house in Ohio to Miami, Florida, by myself. I don't know nobody. And that's where the story begins. But
in your formidable years, who is that person? Was there a single individual who inspired you, or some guy or a person that you looked up to and you said, you know, I like the way that they move and I want to model myself after that person?
yeah, this is going to be a weird answer. Yes, that's one of the things that I was probably the best at. I did it with anybody and everybody. So when I was going to the library, I wasn't reading fiction books. I was reading nonfiction books, and it didn't matter what it was. I know whatever's in this book, I don't know what it is. So I might have read like
That's interesting.
1,000 autobiographies.
Wanted to make it so you learn more.
Yeah.
Always constantly trying to learn new information. Doesn't matter what it is. It's something I haven't learned yet, so I want to know what it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's an intelligent mind.
Yeah.
Biographies, just the life of people that I don't know. And when you do that, you find out that if you were trying to learn something from everybody, you could actually learn something from every single person that you met. And so it's that type of
You look for learn something, yeah.
thinking that helped me avoid the pitfalls as I saw them. So the reason I never did drugs when I was an adult is because when I left and went to Miami and I'm living in a park, it's 30 people out there from all different places, and they all are homeless and in a terrible situation just like me. And they telling me that they used to be lawyers and doctors and nurses, and I'm going, well, what happened? And all of them is telling this story where everything in their life was fine, and then they dealt with this drug, and this is where it ended them out. So as a kid, I never saw the fun part of drugs. I never heard about nobody having a good time on drugs.
I see what he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
He saw the worst of it.
Damn.
You can feel it. I didn't see it from that way. I had already seen what it would do to people, and they're telling me, like, I'm letting people tell me, hey, don't do this. Don't get to Hollywood and start sleeping with white women and doing cocaine because it'll kill you. Oh, yeah, no problem. Got it. So, you know, in a lot of things, I was just stupid enough to get the lessons, but that came from being willing to learn something from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you out on the streets?
Well, it sounds so harsh when you say on the streets. Just understand that I'm in slacks and a shirt and a tie every day, and I'm eating at a 5-star restaurant because I done worked this deal with the restaurant where I come in at 5 in the morning and I come and do the floors and clean up everything the bus people didn't do, knock out the old dishes. I do all of that, but I get to eat there for free. So I come later and have a 5-star lunch as a 12-year-old because I'm already smoking cigarettes, but I got a mustache, so I don't look out of place. And then I go and I do my 8 hours in the library to take the place of what schooling would have been. So 2 hours were spent collecting radios from people's cars at the marina, which funded me to at least have $700 or $800 a week in my pocket. So that was the situation for, I'll say, 12 months.
Was there somebody who came along, a social worker or something like that, and saw you and said, yo, or talked to you, it's like, yo, I can help you out, or you should do this or that?
No, you're looking at it a different way than I was looking at it. I wasn't in a pitiable situation by any means. I was free. And
Damn.
He chose
it was
his
an
situation.
adventure that I was on. And I had already read all of these books. I know how this goes. I know that a terribly scary adventure is nothing for the warrior. He doesn't need to be in a good position. There is a God, and he's going to see you through. You just have to make sure that you're hitting the marks to qualify for the blessing. So I was never in a situation where
Makes sense.
someone would think that I needed some assistance.
Where were you sleeping at?
In the park that I told you about,
was-
across the street from the library in Coconut Grove.
Like on the ground, on the bench?
No, they had a mattress out there. I had money, so people would get you stuff.
Why didn't you just take your money and go get a crib?
At 13?
Yeah, who's gonna
Never
sell?
crossed my mind.
Yeah,
Never crossed my mind.
because
Who the fuck was gonna sell my house at 13?
I'm 13. What am I gonna do?
Cause that's when they'll call
Social services.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Why would?
I'm 13. I'm living it up. I'm
Bro.
essentially.
he didn't think
You didn't think
he didn't think about the question.
He
didn't
don't
think
got
it
no
through
credit score. What the? Who they gonna?
He didn't
What
think of.
the fuck?
I need your mom to come sign this.
Like the hell?
What mom?
Yeah, like. What are you talking, bro?
Dude,
He's 13. Who's gonna sell him a house at 13?
I bet you he feels like.
Wait.
Hey, I bet
I'm
you he
at
feels
13?
stupid.
Like, bro, look at the face. Look at the
I
face.
bet you he feels
look at the
stupid.
look at the face.
No, they had a mattress out there.
Look at the
I had
face.
money, so people would get you stuff.
Oh, 2 more minutes.
why didn't you just take your money and go get a crib?
Like I'm 13 at the time. Like what? Like
If I was 18, maybe.
who's gonna sell me a crib at 13? Like that was not a good question.
At 13?
He said at 13? Like, they're like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
I don't think Willie realized the question until after we said it.
Yeah.
No, he didn't realize it.
Crossed my mind.
Yeah,
Never crossed my mind.
because I really do. I know it's young, but I do know people who are very young. If somebody is young enough to go out on the streets and just say, I'm leaving home.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and if they got money, they're savvy enough to
It's not
get
that I
somebody
have
to
money.
pay them.
I'm making some money. I don't have money. I'm making some money.
Enough to get by.
Well, I'm saying I don't have a long list of needs on the daily. I need to eat well. I need to drink well.
And where are you keeping your money? Like in your pocket?
I am.
Yeah.
Where the fuck else he go?
Anybody ever try to rob you?
You open up on the bank account.
No, I did have somebody try to violate me while I was out there. I think because I didn't know really what gay people were, so I wasn't really clear. I knew how gay people acted as I had seen, but
okay.
I wasn't aware that it had a sexual connotation to it. So
Interesting.
as
Interesting
soon
what-
as the guy kept talking to me like he liked me,
13-year-old.
I was really confused because guys don't like guys. And I'm trying to figure out, is there something about your background that makes you talk like a lady while you're talking to me? But yeah, I had that as a situation.
Damn.
That must
But
be
other
scary.
than that, no.
At 13?
I wasn't frequently tried as a young person.
Yeah.
Where we
So
at?
I'm
yeah.
asking.
Oh, yeah, right there, yeah,
Willie
right
right there.
there, yeah.
Good. Damn. Well, that's part one.
Huh?
Yep.
That's.
Wow.
Why didn't you get yourself a house at 13?
At 13? God damn.
Where do you keep your money?
In
In my pocket.
my pocket.
Do you
Like,
think
what-
that he could open a bank
it's
account?
like,
No.
Willie, that wasn't a good question.
No.
That wasn't.
Yo, he went downhill after.
Even Katt's face was like, what?
13?
Like he had that little pause.
Oh
13.
man! Make sure you
That's
heard him
funny.
correctly. Like,
Oh my god.
Ah.
yo.
but
I can't wait for
guys,
the rest of this interview, though. It looks
yeah,
fun.
this will be a good one. This was only part one.
Yeah.
So, don't worry, we'll get back to this. Remember, Saturday.
It's all Eminem.
It's all Eminem. Don't ask for nothing else.
Start to finish.
Yep.
You can put the super chats.
We'll screenshot it. Other than that,
I'll screenshot.
you know what? Yeah, that's Liz's job.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
screenshot.
Other than that, you know what we'll be doing. But
Eminem,
guys,
the death of Slim Shady.
yes. But guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, blow us up. Y'all know what to do.
Thanks for stopping there, spending time with it. The notification bell, give it a share because it does. Channel out.
Please and thank you.
See you guys in the next one.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.